Hey, what's happening, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to another episode for the AE86. We are doing more body kit stuff. This is part 2. If you haven't already seen part 1, go back and check that out. It has to do with the rear bumper area. But now we're moving on to the side skirts. And yeah, basically that's it. I'm going to show you how to mount things. I'm going to show you how I'm going to mount my side skirts. It's going to be real simple. It's not going to be a long. It's not going to be a. I'm not going to make any like type of framework to to mount the side skirts. I don't think that I'll need it. If I'm wrong, then I can always go back and redo that. But for now, to keep things moving, I'm just going to get them mounted up. And there is some body work involved because they don't fit. They didn't fit very well at all, to be honest with you. Of course, let me also state that the body kit that I got, and I'll leave a link in the description. You get what you pay for, and I was prepared for that. And that's actually what I wanted. I didn't want to spend, $1,000 on a body kit, or even more than that. Because I'm doing this build on a budget, but I'm still trying to do things the correct way. So I was fully aware of what I was getting into from previous body stuff that I've done. I know that in the body with body work, you're pretty much going to get what you pay for. If you get cheap. If it's real cheap, it's probably going to require a lot of massaging in order to get it to fit right. I'm not upset or anything like that by the work that I'm having to do because it totally was expected. So a little bit, I'm going to walk you through everything and show you what needs to be corrected. I'm going to be doing those corrections in this video, and basically that's it. So without further delay, let's get to it. All right, hope you enjoy. Here's a look at the side skirt. One thing I want to just point out real quick is you see how there's no recesses to where you might normally find on higher quality body kits, where you would be able to just use a screw or a rivet, into these areas. Like there might be like a recesses right in here to where you would be able to use screws to fasten it to the rocker panels. But that's okay because I don't really want to do it like that anyways. I wanted to just mount it from the ends only, from each end. And then later on I'll tell you about what I'm going to do to secure it all the way down the top of the rocker where my finger is right there. All right, here we go with the side skirts. I don't think it's going to be as bad as I thought it was going to be as far as getting them mounted on. However, there does look like there's going to be some body work involved. As you can see, the fitment right in here. There's about quarter inch of a gap right here. And right now this is just mocked up, okay, so it's not fastened on, but you can see how it doesn't really follow the line. You see how there's a gap right here, and then it closes in, and then it starts right here. It's touching, and then it starts up with a gap all the way to the door. And so I want to get that flush, because I want it to look nice. So I got a way that I'm going to a method that I'm going to do in order to close that gap. And yeah, so but what I'm going to do is I'm just going to mount this right here. I'm going to bolt it to the quarter panel, this little flange here. Bolt right there, bolt right here. Maybe I'll go three. I might go 3 bolts. I don't know, but in fact, I probably will go 3 bolts there. And then on this side, same thing pretty much on the front. Onto the fender here, maybe 2 or 3 bolts right there. See, there's a little bit of a space there, so I might either fill that, or I might just use some spacers to fill in this gap. Let me see if I can get you to see in there. Yeah, you can't really see. Can't really see, but there's a space between which about a finger's width down here. But right here, it's flush. But down here, there's a space between the fender and the body kit. The other thing here is another deal is there's a little bit of a gap right here. Not too bad, but right here on the back side, it does look pretty bad. There's about 1/4 of an inch gap right there, right before it gets to the door. So, you know, I don't know exactly how I'm going to fix that, but I have a good method on the back side I can use. But because this is so, it curves out so much, I might even just cut it. I might cut it right here, and then mount it flat, and then re-glass it, you know, so that it sits straight, and then just do the body work right here where the cut was. But you know, we'll see. Let me get this thing bolted on here, and you know, and we'll go from there and see what needs to be done. But here it is with it mocked up. Looks pretty good. I put masking tape all up underneath there, the whole, because taking this thing on and off, it's a pretty tight fit right here, and I didn't want it to, you know, do a bunch of damage on the paint. But okay, I got my 3 pilot holes drilled out, and I got the 3 of them drilled out in the front as well. I'm going to take this off so it'll be easier to finish drilling. Alright, so I drilled the holes out right here, 1, 2, 3. And also you can see that I put some foil tape right there, because that's kind of where I'm going to be glassing underneath the body kit. So I put some foil tape there because
it's non-porous, and I put it over the masking tape. But that way, when I push the fiberglass filler in there, it'll be able to release from the body. So that way it won't be stuck there. And also in the front here, same thing. So let me go ahead and put this thing on. Oh, and also I sanded. I used some 60 grit sandpaper to roughen this surface up right here. That's where the fiberglass will be going, and also in the front section as well. So I didn't have to, because I won't be able to sand it when I get this mocked it back up on here again. Or actually, I'm going to go ahead and bolt it in. Okay, there's the back side. Now let me go do the front. Okay, I got the side skirt mounted, and you can see right here I got the three bolts. And if you look at on the side here, you can see there's quite a gap down the whole side here. If it was small enough, I could just put some fiberglass filler in there and call it a day. But this right here is just too much right there. So I mean, that's a good quarter to half inch right there. So what I'm going to do is make a relief cut right about. I'm going to make a relief cut right about here and come down, and however far enough I need in order so I can push this back in there. And actually, I might do it right here, because you can see it doesn't fit very well on this, where the body, the OEM, there's a bend right here, a body line, I mean, where on the OEM quarter, and this does not follow that very well at all. In fact, so like if you were to push this up against here, you know, you're contacting right on that spot, and you're still not flush with the rest of the body. So, and right here as well. So what I'm going to do is make a relief cut right about here, come down, and then I'll be able to push this in, and I'll hold this in. Maybe I'll tape it, or I might even just have to physically hold it while I put the fiberglass resin on here while it's held down, and then it will be reset to the new position. I guess, you know, if I wanted to, I could just rivet this right here or screw it in, but I really want to stay away from, like I said in my previous video, I want to stay away from drilling into the body, you know, the nice quarter panels, you know. So you know, I guess that's that. Same thing with the front section as well. It's the same type of deal. Let me see if this cord will reach. Yeah, right here, almost identical. You can see this one flares out even more. see if I can get the lighting right. That the tape is really reflective, so it's kind of hard to tell. But you know, starts out here is not too bad, but then as it comes out, you got a good half-inch gap there, 3/8 to half-inch. So same deal. I'm going to make a relief cut right about there. Come down, push that in, re-glass it. All right. All right. So I'm going to here. Kind of follow that line right there. I might even have to make a cut right here, so I can push that up. Maybe right here. So that will. But let me try this first. Alright, you can see all that tension that was on that piece. As soon as I cut that relief cut, it just flung out right there. So hopefully now I'll be able to, let's see if I can, let me put the flash on here. Alright, so you can see the gap now is about a finger width. Now I can just push. I might cut it a little bit more just to make it a little bit less, what do you call it? But you can see how much better it fits, you know, or it will fit when I get it glassed back. You're looking at, I could almost get it all the way flush like this. And that area right there, that's what I'm talking about. I'll be able to put the fiberglass filler in to correct that. So we'll have a lot better looking line. So let me go do the front, and moving on. Okay, and because of this, there's still some tension on there, I'm going to cut a relief cut right here, and hopefully that will free that up a lot. So let's go ahead and do that. Yeah, all right, it's a lot looser. It's a lot loose now, so there's not so much tension. So I'll be able to glass it here, and then just re-glass it there after it's you know, finished curing over here. It's a good thing about fiberglass is, you know, you can always work with it. It's never final until you paint it. So just remember that. You know, if you're not happy with something, you know, just work with it a little bit, you know, and you'll get it right. All right, same thing here. This is pretty flimsy, but I'll go ahead and cut this right here. That way I'll be able to. It'll be even more flimsy and forgiving. But you can see, if I can get out of the light here. I can put that right up on there and re-glass it. Guys, check this out. This is the back piece right here, and I went ahead and cut it all the way back down, all the way this way, and then down to pretty much this is just hanging by a little small piece. It makes it really easy to maneuver now, and so the reason I did that was because I didn't want any tension on that while I was fiberglassing it. So if I put this flush against the body, you can see on this cut, this edge right here is sticking out about 1/8 of an inch right there. And there's several ways you can fix this. What I'm going to do is make another relief cut right here, and that way this piece right here will be able to twist in order to, when I'm fiberglassing this, it will level out a lot better. If I was to just fiberglass this like that, you're gonna have to put a lot of fiberglass in there on the back side, so when you sand this down, you won't go through all the way. So this way is a little bit better. You make a relief cut right there. That way you can twist this piece and it will split the difference with this edge right here and this edge right here, and it will blend a lot easier. So I'll show you what I'm talking about if you're not able to understand what I'm talking about right now. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this right here, and we'll move forward. All right, here we go. Let me show you what I was talking about. See, if I push this up flush like this, now you see how you have that edge sticking out right there at that point. All right, but now I've made this cut down here, and pardon the mess there with the blade. It screwed up on me, so I made it. It wasn't as pretty as I would cut as I was wanting. But you know, I'm always gonna have to go back and fix that anyway. But now that, see, this piece right here is loose. I didn't cut it all the way off though, but just enough to where this will twist now. But now I can either push that flush right here and just fiberglass this in, which would be easy to do, or I could even come back here and see how that's twisting. Got my hand behind it to make it flush all the way around and glass it in like that. I'm going to try to do it like this, but if not, this is okay too. I mean, it's just, you're just having a little bit more material, but it's not going to hurt anything. So yeah, so that's basically it. So let me go ahead and get started on that. Alright, here it is. Got it kind of glassed in there. You know, this is just to hold it in place. I'm gonna remove the side skirts, and then I'm gonna reinforce it on the back side with the fiberglass strand, which is a lot stronger than this stuff. So this is just gonna give me you know, the proper dimension of, or the proper fitment, and then I'll be able to glass it on the back side and reinforce it and make it more permanent. As you can see, I taped up the corners right here. Should have done that in the beginning on this piece. I had to hold it for a while, but you know, I taped it up, and now I'm just going to let it cure overnight. You can see that one is like it's brown and this is green, because I put a little bit more hardener in that because it was taking forever to cure. So I just put a little bit more hardener in it. But yeah, so I guess tomorrow we'll come back and take a look and see what we got. Alright, here's the piece. Got it glassed in. I got the fiberglass pushed in to where it will be flush. So now what I'm going to do is take it off and reinforce it on the back side. Let's see here. Hopefully it'll just pull right off. There we go. Let's see how it just comes right off of that foil tape. Hold its shape. Let's go to the front. See? Alrighty, it just fell right off for me. Yep. So, there you go. Here's what it looks like. Let's get it over in the light. Okay, here's what we have. Oh. See how it's real nice and it's all flat right here because that's where it sat. That's where it met the edge of the car, or that's where it met the body of the car. I mean, and you can see the back side after I pushed it in. It bled through. Obviously, when you squeeze it through this front side, it's going to come out the back. So that's good. So what we're going to do is just get the fiberglass mat and just go over this back side right here. And we'll do it on that. We'll do it for both ends. Now, see? And what we're going to do after I get it reinforced, I'm just going to sand all this down and sand all this away. Most of this is going to be gone. Most of this is going to be gone. I'm just going to take the DA and it'll come right off with like 60 grit or 80 grit. But you don't want to go too deep because you don't want to go past the gel coat, because then you're going to have unevenness. Yeah, after you sand all this down, take a skim coat of body filler and go over that, and then block sand it down. And then it'll be ready for primer and paint. Alright, now we're just gonna, I've sanded it down on the back side here, and I'm just gonna put a light coat of this resin on, or a coat of the resin, not necessarily a light coat. Put as much as you want. Just kind of follow the line. That's all you gotta do. That coat was probably good enough because I overlapped pretty good on those. But I'm going to go ahead and just put another security coat on. That's probably going to do it for this episode. We got you kind of see how it was going to mount, and I'm going to do all the body work and making it look nice. That's all going to be later on down the line. Right now I'm getting things mounted up and letting you see how my methods for mounting it up. So For the middle section, I plan on using some double-sided tape to cut down on the vibration, and that should be good enough with the two ends mounted securely. That should be plenty, I think. So if not, I can always go back and add some reinforcement on the bottom. There's what that looks like right there, and I'm going to do the other side, but I won't put you guys through that misery of watching me fiberglass both ends. Anyways, I'll put double-sided tape to cut down on the vibration that will be on the center section. So with the double-sided tape, it'll hold it nice and firm onto the car without having to bolt it down, and or without having to screw it down, in the center section. So yeah. So anyways, I hope you guys are liking the content so far. So anyways, I went ahead and bored you guys to death with all this, with the fiberglassing anyways. But remember to give me a thumbs up if you would. I'd appreciate it. And subscribe if you're not already subscribed. Got a next episode will be the front bumper, so it ought to be interesting. And then after that, we're gonna be I'm gonna tackle all the body work on this body kit and making it look nice and presentable. So I'm excited about it. It'll be fun.